What's up, guys? Welcome to the Scale Builders Guild and Lightroom Live. It's, sorry if I'm a little bit late. Hey, there's a cat back there. Where is that cat? There she is. That's the other one. No audio, no visual, eh? Now you guys, you've cried wolf so many times that I don't know if there actually won't be audio or visual. Anyway, hope everyone's doing well. I'm just gonna adjust my microphone and welcome. Check in. Tell me where you're watching from. Season finale. Oh yeah, that's right. I totally forgot. This is the last episode before the new year. So we did it. We're here. Yeah. It's been pretty fun. This is episode 21. So yeah, I know the boom's in this shot. There. How's that? Can you still hear me fine? Actually, why don't I turn it this way more? Oops. No, that's even worse. There. We'll just leave it there. If you can hear me, great. If you can't, even better. Yeah. So yeah, final episode, Lightroom Live, episode 21 of 2020. So that's actually quite fitting. Episode 21, 2020. You get it. It's bittersweet. It's nice that we're at the end because this year has been a year to remember or forget, I guess, depending on how you look at it. If you have never watched this show, Lightroom Live, it's where I take photos, your existing photos, you email them to me, submissions@scalebuildersguild.com, and I go through them and edit them in Lightroom from Adobe. And it's pretty fun, I think. I come right into bad jokes. Yes, Josh, you do. But you should know that by now. That's like every single show you've ever done. Hey, if you haven't watched it, go and watch Josh's news update from this week. Everything is covered. He did an episode every single week of every single week this year, which is pretty amazing. So 52 episodes. That's incredible. Yeah, and there's actually a lot of good stuff in that one. It's not just news. It's like a backup to a compendium of all the stuff that he went through this year. So definitely cool. All right. Hey, why don't we get to some photos? I feel like I'm peaking here, so I'm going to turn the audio down a little bit. That's probably better. Huh? Yes. Much better. All right. Let's swap over to some app sharing. There we go. I'm sure you're joking, but that's harsh. I rather like Josh's jokes. Yes, Brian, I am of course joking. Josh, I'm joshing Josh at his own game. He and I do that all the time. It's fun. You know what I should have done? I should have counted all the submissions, but I didn't. I should have. There's been easily 200 photos probably submitted, which is pretty amazing. Is this audio good, Mike? Is it better or worse? Oh, Vidyo, that hurts deeply. Oh man, that's good stuff. All right, let's get to some photos here, huh? Let's start with Tim Shackelford's. It was the picture on the cover or thumbnail for today's video, and what a great location! Look at that vista. Vista. These clouds remind me of clouds in Cyberpunk 2077, which I'm still playing. I'm like 50 hours into that game, which is impressive for me, I think. I'm an old guy when it comes to video games, and I like to actually finish a game. So, you know, I've been playing it all the way through. My EVGA GeForce RTX 2080 Super Video card is able to handle the majority of the graphics. I'm still running it at 2K, not 4K, but I am able to put ray tracing on, and it runs at about 60 frames per second. So, nice looking photo here from Tim Shackelford. Um, let's get to it. Enough talking about video games. My days, we didn't have video games. We stared at the sun and we liked it. There's T Shack right there. Hi, buddy. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for submitting the photo. Again, if you would like to submit your own photos for the 2021 episodes, it's submissions@scalebuildersguild.com. That email is also in the description. Apparently, there's chat revenue already. Hey, Quack RC, thank you very much. Much appreciated for the $5. I'm putting that into my Mojave. I'm putting it into my Mojave fund because I need another trophy truck. Maybe I do. I don't know. Anyway, let's start correcting. Let's start correcting photos, which is the whole object of this show. I don't need the Mojave. I don't know. I think I might. Josh, you say the dumbest things sometimes. Oh, you need it. I see. Okay. I see how this game is being played. All right. Well, I really like the exposure where it's at. Tim, you did a great job of shooting with the available light. I wanted to say that first and foremost. It's almost as if the sun was up over here, looking directly at the truck. Really, really nice. Looks a bit diffused too, which is great. It's a nice looking TF2. What was I gonna say? Yeah, great foreground, great background. Looks really, really good. I like it a lot. Really nice job. I almost bought Josh a Yaris today. I almost did. I almost bought him one of those little miniature Tamiya ones that go on the straight tracks, or the tracks with the walls on them. I almost got him one of those. All right. Exposure feels pretty good. I like that even more. Josh needs the Mojave to broaden the spectrum of vehicles he's hit with himself. It's good. All right, I'm gonna lower our highlights a little bit. I like seeing these highlights. Like I like seeing these highlights along the edge of the truck, and of course we won't be able to get rid of them because there's not enough data to get rid of it. But I just wanted to pull those down a little bit. And I'm gonna crush our blacks a little bit further. Also pull down our whites a little bit as well. Let's see what adding some more texture in does. Looks like it'll hold up. Touch more clarity. And I'm going to oversaturate a little bit. Keep our vibrance kind of baseline. I'm going to take that saturation down a touch. In fact, I'm going to leave it. Actually, I'm going to oversaturate, but I'm going to show you why I'm going to do that in a second. So I'm oversaturating. Give it about 21 on the slider. But then I'm going to go into the saturation of individual colors in the HSL folder down here. And I'm going to pull down our yellows a little bit. That way the blues and greens and everything else except yellows stays a little bit more saturated. I feel like our blues are in a good place. I'm going to pull some more aqua into that sky. Now I'm going to do just a paint window just around the truck itself. And you're seeing it get all like cruddy there. Don't worry, it's going to come back here in a second. I'm going to oversaturate that a little bit further. Just in the oversaturation, then I'm going to go back to our hue adjustment here and just make it a tiny bit more metallic. Why, do we need mods, Mike? Or is everyone okay? Looks like everyone's being good. Yes, don't forget to hit the like button, please and thank you. What else I want to do? Are these SSD wheels? They look like they might be. Let's see if we can bring those up a little bit more. All we really need to do is lift their shadows. Get them a little more crunchy there. And let's duplicate that window. Power window. Power window. Side jokes. Okay, fair, fair, fair. So that's that. I really like where the background is sitting. See if we've done much here. Yeah, I think we have. That's the before. I'll go full screen for a second here. Before, after. Before, after. 155 SSD wheels. I like it when I can see a wheel and go, yep, I know that wheel. Cool. All right, that's looking pretty good there. What else did I want to do? I don't think there's much. Let's see. I'm going to play with our oranges and our yellows a bit here. Bring up our reds on those tail lights a little bit as well. Maybe change the hue of our greens just to try to get a little more green in there. Tim, did you put a filter on this photo by chance? I'm just curious. Oh, a good vignette, yeah. Oof. There's the Josh vignette. And there's the me vignette. And I might even go back into that vignette myself and pull it down, pull it out a little bit more. Actually, that's the Josh vignette. I'm going to go -5. There we go. All right, I think that's going to do it for this one. Let's go back to full screen one more time. And before, an excellent photo, great composition. I quite like this this branch here. This foreground element is really nice, and that's the after. What I like about it is that it kind of gives a little more depth to your scene, shows that there are other things in the foreground, but it doesn't give it away necessarily that this is a tiny truck. I really like it. Nicely done, Tim. Great start before, after. Great start to the show. Really awesome. Looks great. Thank you very much for that submission. All right. Let's find another one here. Yeah, let's do this one from Joseph Dickey. Nice little group of trucks traversing along. I love these kinds of rocks. It reminds me of some of the carved out rocks at Cisco Grove, actually. I know this isn't Cisco because there's far too much scrub. But look at this. All this stuff along the side here. This is awesome. All these gullies and things carved away in the rock by thousands and thousands of years of water. So cool. This is Bend, Oregon. Okay, cool. Is Dad.RC, is that you, Joseph? There's one offending thing that I can see in this photo that we'll definitely need to get rid of. All right. Glad to have you on this show, Joseph. Thanks for checking in and thank you for your submission. Does anybody else see what I see right away that we're going to need to get rid of? Put it in the comments if you see it. I'll go full screen. I'll give you 15 seconds. Nope, not twigs and leaves. That I can live with that. All right. Nobody seemed to catch it. Ah, there you go. Cigarette butt. Yep. Yep. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. But now, gone. Like it was never there. Otherwise, great photo. Nice looking truck, too. You said in the chat there that it was an Element Enduro with what looks to be the Proline Gladiator body. And yeah, otherwise, great looking photo. I think what we're going to do is we're going to give this a little bit of a crop. Q-tip in the upper right. I don't see a Q-tip. No, I don't see a Q-tip anywhere. What we're going to do is we're going to trim off just a tiny bit of that side and then just a scotch of the bottom. Not a ton, just a little bit. Follow the gully up. Are you talking about this? This is just a stick. Yeah, I don't see a Q-tip. I think we can get away with that. It's probably just, dirt. Otherwise, nice looking photo. All right, let's get to correcting. I'm gonna cool this off a little bit. I find it helps with these darker rocks. A little bit cooler. Higher up, I don't see anything, guys. There's no Q-tip. Unless I don't know what a Q-tip looks like. That's just a shadow of a rock. Yeah, or that's a highlight on a rock. We'll leave it. All right. Anyway, yeah, these rocks always feel better when they're a little bit cooled off, in my opinion. I've made my choice. Definitely going to amp up the texture because I do like seeing the texture on those rocks and maybe give it a touch of clarity too. Crazy Larry! I love the name of that truck. That's great. Definitely going to increase our vibrance and our saturation. Then I'm going to go back and pull down the yellows because that is definitely way too hot. Try desaturating that a little bit. And then maybe we'll change the luminance down. There we go. That feels a little more natural. And then I'm also going to pull our saturation down on our reds a little bit so they're not so in your face. Also helps this truck over here. And definitely going to put a vignette on this one. Help draw our eye into the scene. It's unfortunate there's nothing in this sky, but we'll deal with it when we get to it here. Pull our whites down. Won't help. All right, then I'm going to go in, do a radial filter on our truck here. Hear my dog upstairs. Got his ball. I'm going to go in and oversaturate a little bit, raise our exposure a little bit more so we see that truck. That feels pretty good. A little more texture, a little more clarity. It is some nice stock-esque looking flex too. Definitely. I want to know more about this truck up here. What's this one all about? That's not an FJ Cruiser, is it? No. Wait, maybe it is. Light may be deceiving me. Oh, you can't see it there. That one. I was talking about this one here. No, Mike, nothing prints quickly. Ever. Let's go hue on these yellows a bit here. Just trying to get that background to be a little less overall bright. There we go. TRX Force, TRX Sport. Huh. Something weird about that back that's like... What am I... Oh! Am I looking at the... Is it a camper body? Maybe it's the camper body. Or that cage. There's something going on and it's just like... There's some sort of chromatic aberration. It's driving me nuts. Anyway, it looks good now. All right. That looks pretty good. Before, after. Just sort of amping it up a little bit, giving it a little more oomph overall. Gosh, I wish there was something I could do about that sky up there. I don't think I'll be able to get anything in there. But let's just give it one more try here before we call it a day on this one. Yeah, there's just nothing in there. I can, like if I do that and then that, it just looks bad. Oops. Yeah, I think we'll just maybe delete that one. Otherwise, I think I'm feeling pretty good about that photo. Oops. Maybe actually, would it be so bad? Would it be so bad if we just crop the top of that photo? Just like have a little tiny bit of it? You know what? I think I like that better. Yeah, that's much better. All right. Let's do a little before and after on that. Before, after. Before, after. That's great. I love it. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that one. Like the license plate too, I should add on that, Joe. Haha, bye. That's great. Looks good, dude. Nice photo. Thank you for your submission. I'll be sure to email these all back to you guys. As per usual. Hi, Ed. How you doing? Speaking of Ed, let's move on to one of Ed's photos. This is from RC Cinematics on Instagram. Ed Main is his name. Quite the photographer. I think he does it for realsies. in his real life, as a real job. He's a photographer, so this sort of thing comes quite naturally. What a great backlit photo of a Traxxas TRX4 Sport with the Jurassic Park livery. Nice big photo. Thank you very much. Looks fantastic. I think this is going to be a fun one. All right. We're going to keep it warm because that's cool. Oh, I'm sorry. You sold it? Oh, man. I guess that happens though, right? Everybody kind of has that time. Brutal. I think we're back. Hopefully, anyway. Seems like we're strong again. Some weird lag that happens. It seems to always happen about half an hour or so into the stream. I don't know what it is, but it's very annoying. Yeah, we're gonna have to fix that because we can't have that. That's for sure. Sorry about that, guys. Forced to restart, and everything seems to be fine again. For now, anyway. We shall see. All right, let's get back to this while I'm still thinking about it. Gonna add some texture. Alex, you send them to submissions@scalebuildersguild.com. And a little clarity as well. It's a great photo, Ed. I really like it a lot. Yeah, it also could be my wife's on the internet upstairs too, so that might have something to do with it. Like, it's not a CPU issue, and certainly isn't a GPU issue either. Not really sure what it is. Did you want more shadow or less shadow, Ed? Lots of clarity. Oh, I can crank that up if you want. I'm being too quiet? Like way too quiet? I think I'm doing okay. Good evening, Bigfoot. Nice to see you. You want the shadows this way? Reggie, I don't know any of those words you just said, but I can look at that. QoS. I don't know what that is. I'll have to take a screenshot of that. Actually, I'll just write it down on my phone. QoS. Quiet is worrying. It's just, you know what it is, guys? It's super annoying when things don't work properly. Yeah. Anywho, ooh, black and gray is kind of nice, but let's keep that sun in there. I might even warm it up a little bit more. There we go. Now we're cooking. What else did I want to do? Just bringing those reds up a little bit. Find the right balance here. Quality of service makes sure that no one device hogs all the bandwidth. Interesting. I will look into that. Thank you. And hello, Ricardo. How are you? All right, I'm going to start playing with our sliders a little bit. These color correction wheels are kind of fun and can actually do some really fun stuff. You can actually go in and start like coloring and grading the shadow details so everything feels a bit oranger if you wanted. You can even do that with the highlights, which is pretty neat too. I'm going to try to swing some blue, subtle blue into that sky. This is definitely something that I've been playing with a little bit more lately because it does allow for some really interesting effects. Yeah, I'm starting to really see the benefit to this sort of thing. This whole setup that you're seeing here This stuff comes more from the video world, and it's really cool to see that stuff kind of actually work as well as it just did. Bean can send your photos to submissions at scalebuildersguild.com. There is a email in the description in case you didn't catch it. All right. You know what, Ed? I think that's looking pretty good. Let's go full screen for a moment. And just RC, no, you haven't missed much because I had to go and reboot the computer again. So seems like we're doing okay again now. Let's do a little before and after here. Before, after. Before, after. I really like that. That feels pretty cool. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's a great photo, Ed. Thank you very much for your submission. Um, and like I said, early on in the next year, 2021, I'm gonna try to get Ed on the show, and we're gonna correct some photos. Either I'm gonna get him to do a couple, and then he's gonna talk his way through what he did, or we'll figure out a way to get him to share his screen on this show somehow. We'll figure it out. Anyway, um, yeah, that's a great photo. Thank you, Ed. I'm really, really pleased with that. Before, after. Love it. Looks great. Thank you for sharing that one. Very cool. All right, let's get this ball rolling again because I really feel like I sort of I sort of hit a bit of a stumble there. So let's go on to this one here from Gordon Latimer, also known as Blue Dooley, Double Dooley, Blue Dooley, 4x4. Uh, and this is not a dually, it's a king hauler. I can never remember this. But nice looking truck. Great metallic green paint. Love the background with this cool bridge. And just a nice looking semi truck. Very, very cool. All right, let's do it. Considering we're at this sort of environment, I don't know where this is, but it's a very cool place. Let's get it a bit warmer and keep that tint kind of where it is. Maybe lower our exposure a little bit. Bring some contrast in. Up our highlights a little bit. Lift our shadows a tiny bit. Bring some texture in and some clarity. So actually, I'm gonna leave the clarity where it is. I'm gonna get some more vibrance going on and a little more saturation. I feel like we've kind of gone a little bit too far on that green, so I'm gonna bring the luminance of it down a little bit, and also saturation. And I'm gonna change the hue so it goes back to that more metallic green without affecting all the rest of everything. Yes, Tito, RC Cinematics is killing it. If you're not following Ed on Instagram, you definitely should. Preany Bridge in Twin Falls, Perrine. Where's Twin Falls? I don't know. I painted my wheels black. These look like they're almost chrome black, which is cool. I like that look a lot more. I like all these little wires and stuff too. Are those functional for when you have a trailer on it, or what? And that does look like a stretch frame. Maybe it isn't though. I don't really know. If anyone cares about that stuff, it's Josh for sure. Oops. Now I'm gonna bring in a grad filter here. And just going to add some blue into that sky a little bit. And we're also going to that's looking pretty good. I think this could use a bit of a crop now that I look at it again. Go like this. Yeah, that feels a little bit better. Just brings more attention to the truck overall. I do the same thing here where I sort of highlight just the truck itself. And you're like, no, the color is going away. Don't worry. Right back to where it was. And now I can just give it a touch more exposure. And it just kind of lifts itself off the page a little bit. Cool. Let's go back to this grad for a moment. And by just adjusting our exposure down a little bit, get some of that blue sky back in there. Twin Falls is in Idaho. And the lines are just for looks. The lines. Oh, the lines, right. Okay, cool. Let's go full screen for a moment. That is a nice looking truck. Before, after. I think that's probably a little bit better. Yes, it definitely looks better green than orange. I will heartily agree with that. I'm going to do a little bit of sharpening, and I'm also going to throw a light vignette on that one too. Otherwise, I think we're good. Before, after. There's the moose jaw. Welcome, Joe. Hope all is well. Happy New Year, everybody. So thanks for that submission, Blue Dooley. Really like that one. Now I know your real name. All right. Now there were a few holiday themed trucks in here somewhere. I wanted to get to. One moment while I find them. Here's one from Tyler Estes, a nice little SCX24 with some prezzies and Christmas tree in the back and a wreath on the front. Great looking background. Love that mountainscape. Well, thanks for your submission, Blue Dooley. It's a great looking truck. I loved seeing it on the forum, and I'm glad you submitted it here as well. Looks really, really good. Yeah, Tyler Estes, nice. I liked the C10 that they did. I didn't love the body. I liked the wheels and tires more than anything. These look like they've been painted chrome, which is cool, or maybe they came that way. I can't remember. Um, and yeah, let's get started. This is nice. Let's do a little bit of an exposure lift. That snow is really quite fine and looks like it's really cold there and dry. A little less shadow density so we can see a little bit more of the tires. Pull our whites down a little bit too. And I like the white balance where it is. I might actually tint this a little bit towards pink or magenta so we can take advantage of that morning sun. Definitely going to give it more vibrance and some saturation. Let's get a grad going in here. And just going a bit bluer with that sky. Now, this teal has gone a bit wonky, in my eyes anyway, so let's try to fix that. I think it's supposed to lean more towards the green end of the spectrum, no? There we go, that helps. Greens, I'm going to oversaturate those a little bit so that wreath really sits out, but I'm going to lower our reds so that ribbon isn't buzzing. Jeremy, this is all that are currently in there. There's probably still more in the email that I haven't gotten to yet. Got to get the tree. What else should we do here? Let's go back to our white balance here, or our level of white. I'm gonna pull that back up a little bit. There, that feels better. We'll do, paint in a little tiny bit in this corner here. There we go. Splendor, you can actually ask that question on the forum, but unless you're a supporting or VIP level member, you don't have access to the inline photo hosting that we do. You can use a third party like Flickr or Image Shack. I don't like Photo Bucket, so I don't recommend them. Um, those are all the ways that you can get photos in. You can upgrade your membership on the forum, and then you can use ours. There's all kinds of ways to do it. I'm just doing some work on the wheels and tires here, so they sort of sit out a little bit better. I think that's looking pretty good. You can also use Tapatalk. That's right, Guy on a Moose. Another great option. Nice looking little SCX24. These are very photogenic trucks, and I've had really good luck with these on this show, especially as of late. That's the before. Hello, Life of Coach D. Happy holidays, happy New Year coming up. Hope all is well. And after, before, after. I think it's a nice looking little truck. Thanks for your submission, Tyler. All right. Now, I believe there was another holiday themed truck in here somewhere. I'm going to find it. I might be wrong. It's been known to happen. It's happened once or twice. In the meantime, let's do this Power Wagon from Jim. that's uh that's all I got. I don't know what his name is other than Jim, but Jim put together a cool looking little truck here. There's some really interesting stuff going on. Dodge Power Wagon with what looked to be some RC Nerds emblems, some cool metalwork fabricated here for the top, lots of rivets, which I am very familiar with. That's a lot of work. And what looked to be clear wheels? Are these Boom Racing clears? It's Pro Build. These are the Pro Build, so that must be the new clear option wheels. I've never seen anything like that. That's a very unique build. I love the rivets. It's so suited to the Power Wagon. I think it looks great. Nice photo, Jim. Nice depth of field. Nice and sharp up front. And believe it was taken with an iPhone. You can tell again just by the way it sort of hazes out some of the details around some of the edges here. But regardless, very nice looking photo. Looks like it looks like a comp chassis. I see a lot of carbon fiber, some nice Curry axles, I believe. Yeah. Overall, really nice looking truck. Very menacing. Very menacing. So let's try to work with that kind of theme here and make it feel a bit, you know, more menacing. Maybe even get rid of some of these hues up here so it's all sort of like one color almost. It's maglev wheels, they float. Definitely going to cool it off a little bit, play to the strength of that. I like the way that he did some overspray on the body so it has this sort of like weathered look. There's definitely scratches on it. It's built, he uses it, put away wet. Pull down our highlights a little bit, increase our depth on our shadows, lower our whites overall, crush our blacks a little bit further. Let's amp up the texture. I feel like this is one of those photos where we can texture and give it a lot of clarity to really make it kind of become that sort of HDR style photo. What counts as menacing in Canada, Ian? Well, I don't know. This is a pretty good place to start. It seems pretty mean. Let's go into the hues, and where's that orange? Actually, we'll go with a saturation on the orange. Maybe it's a yellow too. It doesn't want to grab that. Regardless, that's pretty neat. Oh, we'll try this instead. There we go. Yeah, I like that. There should be more than 20 likes. I see at least 80. Ian, that's great. I come from New Zealand and live in Tennessee. Everything is menacing. These rims are very interesting. It's definitely a showpiece, you know? It's definitely interesting. I like it. All right. Trying something a little bit different here. I'm kind of doing a wash in the shadows of sort of this purple. I think it's really adding a lot, kind of makes it feel even more metallic by doing that. I think it looks pretty cool. I'm going to keep it. Yeah, that looks pretty slick. Let's go full screen for a moment. Yeah, I think that looks rad AF. Before, after. Before, after. Jim, that's a kick-ass truck, dude. So far, this is contender for build or truck or photo of the week. I think it looks awesome. Those clear wheels, man, I can't get over that. In fact, there was a whole argument about clear wheels being class 1 or class 2 legal a few years back. It was an internet sensation. And a lot of people talked about it for a long time and whether it was allowed or wasn't allowed or all kinds of things. So, very interesting to see them actually become a thing in the tiny truck world. Very cool truck. Thank you, Jim, for your submission. I wish I had more of a name to go with that, but I'll send this back to you next week, and you can throw it on Instagram, and maybe we'll be able to connect that way. All right. Let's do another photo, perhaps. do this one from Andre Hermello. You might remember this truck. I thought it was a WPL. It looked so oddly small, but it's not. It's a full size, not full size. It's a ninth scale RC four wheel drive truck. And great looking truck, great photo. I love the action of seeing some water fly. That looks great. Nice foreground element, nice background element. Trucks in focus, warm amber highlights. It's fantastic. Looks really good. Um, do this one, and then maybe we'll do a speed round. Maybe another one if there's time. And yeah. Okay, Jeremy, I'll look for that one. Not sure where it is. If I have it, we'll get to it if there's time. Let's make this a little more moody, maybe. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Lift our shadows a little bit. Texture. A little bit of clarity. Todd, I don't want to crop that foreground. I like seeing all of that blurred out stuff. It it helps for me anyway. It helps draw my eye to the truck itself. It's good to have foreground elements like this. It does help the trucks feel pretty real. Yeah, Quack. I keep seeing that F100. I'm gonna probably do that one next. I think. I'm gonna leave this one fairly as captured in terms of white balance and um, overall look. I don't want to mess with it too much. I just want to bring a little more life to it. Um, so that's probably all we're gonna do to it, if I'm honest. It feels pretty good. Yeah. Maybe we'll go a little bit oranger. Some of those elements there. I'm just gonna lose a little bit of the yellow out of the shot overall. Not a lot, just a little bit. And I think I'm good. Before, after. Before, after. And it's not a massive difference, but I've added a little more clarity into the actual water. So if you do it before and after there, before, after, you really kind of see it a bit more. It's sharper, crisper, and a little more defined. That was the point of that. So not a massive change, but I think it's looked good. I think it looks good. Orange YJ. I don't know Just RC. I've got a couple orange trucks in here, but I don't remember an orange YJ. Okay, let's do this F100 Quack RC. Nice looking drag car. Looks like it's some sort of slash, maybe. I don't know. Thank you, Hermello. Thank you for your submission too. By the way, sorry I didn't say that again, but very cool to see your photos all the time. And guys, you can request as much as you like. It's sort of whatever I feel like doing. If there's something in here I see that I really want to do, I will get to it. They'll all be done eventually. I promise you that. I can't take requests all night because sometimes they just haven't been imported into Lightroom yet. I got a lot of photos to get through. I do my best to get to all of them. I promise you that's the goal. Get all of them done. Look at how much more detail there is in there. This isn't you. This isn't you. This is Jake M. But it is another Ford. That's funny. You know what? Like I said, I see what I like and I start working on it. Yours has been skipped, eh? All right, Bo. Well, I'll find it in here, and then we'll hit it. Okay. If I've skipped over it that many weeks in a row, I promise you I will do it. I owe you that, don't I? And that's fair. I feel bad if I've skipped it that many times. I'll play. Yeah, I'll take music requests. Anybody got any Skinnerd? Joe. Ah, I love you guys. I do. I love you very much. Yes, Corey. Every photo I do gets the SBG watermark. Hunnits on that. Well, Jake, I hope you're liking this photo. It's definitely on the um, low quality. There's a lot of grain here, so we'll play to that strength, I guess. Maybe add some more grain in the photo so we can hide it. Reggie, get to all the photos, man. I'm not in the mood. I don't delete. I don't delete photos. Well, just RC, I'm sorry. Sometimes if either the photo isn't high enough resolution or it doesn't have um, like the quality isn't there or it's just too small. Sometimes I don't even bring them in. I can just tell by looking at them. Like if the thumbnail is like this big, I know I'm not going to be able to do what I need to do to it. But Jake M, there's your Ford F100. All right, I am looking for a green Jeep. This one. All right. This reminds me of such times as fall and how I wish it was still that because it's gotten so cold in my basement where I'm working here. Does anyone know, Ed Main, if you're still here, is there a clone tool? Spot removal. I don't know if there's a clone tool because if there is, what I'd love to do is put that missing bolt back in. But I don't think there is a clone tool. Yes, shoot as large a picture as possible. Definitely. Good advice. Yes, and Ian, my video today was very cold. I wasn't pleased about that. I don't like getting cold. Um, no, Mike, I don't want to. I would not want to shame anybody publicly for their photography or, that wouldn't be my goal. Um, that I think that would be like what I could do though is I could put together my own tutorial. How about that? That's probably a better idea. Missing bolt equals real life. Yes, definitely. Oh, Bo, it's actually not. It's not that much colder here than it would be in Ohio. I think it's actually like where I'm at is almost right on par with where most of Ohio is. Scale factor would be a 5 lug, correct? Definitely, but still um, a good looking truck nonetheless. I like the wheel and tire combo on this. Are these the 4.19 KM3s? Feel we can throw a medium vignette in this one. Hey, an SPG calendar, that would be fun. I used to do calendars for my other hobby. No snow in New Brunswick. Not surprised, guy on a moose. Bo, is this closer to the green that you painted? No kidding, Brianna. You made a calendar at Walgreens featuring your photos. That's so cool. Tag me in Instagram on that. I want to see that. That would be amazing. What else do you want to do here? Should we try to get rid of these leaves? Let's take the easy way out and crop them out of the photo. Holy crop! Too much? Yeah, I think that's too much. Let's crop it again, but ever so slightly just. And then we will paint this one out. It's a big one to get rid of. But if I find the right bit of dirt, I'll probably fake it. I don't love that. Let's fix that. That. There. Yes. Calendar would be good. I like that idea a lot. There was another idea from last week that I thought was pretty cool too, but I forgot what it was. I love getting rid of leaves. I love it. Yes. What leaves? Bo, one piece of advice for um, the composition of the photo. Tilt it just a little bit more 3/4. So we get to see a little bit more of the grill. It'll be a lot more effective in sort of the fooling department. And it also will just make the truck look a little tiny bit better in the photo if you just get a little bit more of a 3/4 angle on it. You could have either just moved your whole body where the camera was or the truck just another like 10 degrees in counterclockwise. Otherwise, great photo, great submission. Let's see that full screen before and after. I could try that actually. Let's try the spot. Good call there, Joseph. Let's see if spot removal will work. Putting a bolt back in. I choose that area. Great call, man. That's amazing. I can't believe it worked. Yes. I feel so vindicated by that. Ah, perfect. That's great. Nice job on the truck. Thank you, Joseph, for that very handy idea. Not my twigs and leaves, man. My twigs and berries. Cool. All right. Uh, well, I think that's it. Magic. Buffeting. There was some serious buffeting tonight. I apologize for that immensely. I've really got to look into what's causing that to happen because it always seems to happen on this computer 30 minutes into a stream. So we've got to figure that one out and get over it already. Speed round? Should we do a speed round? We should probably do a speed round. All right, let's do a speed round. I'm going to find a photo from the library. Yeah, Bo, great photo. Thank you for your submission. Again, if you guys want to submit photos, submissions at scalebuildersguild.com. Oh, the stand. I almost forgot about that. Yes, I will give away the stand before we do the speed round. Stand by. I'm just going to go to my YouTube studio here and check the comments on that last video. That was a live video, right? Was that on the SMT build that I decided I was going to give that away? I will do the RV for the speed round. I'll do a 2-minute one, yeah. But was it the comments from SMT10 live build? Yes, it was. Okay. Who am I going to pick? Who am I going to pick? Who am I going to pick? I'm going to pick... I bet you none of these people are watching this show. Paul Magler. That's who I've chosen. Paul Magler. I'm going to respond to his comment. Congrats, Paul. You've won the axle stands. Email me at Matthew at scalebuildersguild.com. And somebody did post in the chat. Let me pin that comment too. Pin. Somebody mentioned in the chat here the other good idea was toques with pom-poms with the Scale Builders Guild logo. I don't know if we can do the pom-pom, but we can definitely do a toque. And we shall do it. I'll get on that right away. Was it this RV? What a photo. John, I think I did. Yes. Hey, he is here. Look at that. Congratulations, Paul. That's excellent. This is a fun little photo. All right. I'm going to set up my timer. And we'll get this going here. 2 minutes on the clock. And I hope everybody, I will full screen it. Yes. Here you go. I hope everybody has a really happy new year. Oh, wait, I'm seeing everyone tomorrow night. I'm not saying anything more. Hope you've all had a good Christmas. 2 minutes on the clock. Here we go. What to do. Uh, 2 minutes goes so fast. It's too fast. Yes, me. Yes, it's good. Yeah. It's a cute little, it's an actual fire. I think it's a real fire. That's great. It's so funny. Ugh. Getting so quiet. Yeah, it's a pretty hilarious little setup going on here. I have to admit. Feel like this is definitely going to be like one of those grainy photos somebody took in the 70s. Heavy vignette on it. Let's see if there's a creative filter that might even work a little bit better. Warm shadows looks pretty good. I like that one. It's almost like I'm stealing this and like putting it in a newspaper or something. Outlaw RC Black F100. Nice job on that one, sir. 70s vibe. There we go. That should do it. Heavy vignette. And I think that's going to do it. I love it. That's 2 minutes. There. That wasn't so hard. That's a great photo, though. Thank you, Craig Morrison, for the submission. That there is an RV. Don't go falling in love with it because it's coming with me when I leave next month. That's a great. That's Christmas Vacation, right? I believe that it is. All right, there you go. All done for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for your submissions. Much appreciated. There's a lot more I probably could have done to that one, but I ran out of time. 2 minutes doesn't last very long. Okay. See everybody tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern for the final episode of Livestream Takeover, since Josh and I started that back in March. It's like episode 42 or 43 or something. It's pretty amazing that we did that many without fail. And we'll just keep going with it because it's been a lot of fun. This has been Lightroom Live. If you want to submit your own photos, submissions at scalebuildersguild.com. I will get to all of them. There's only like 80 more to go when like 25 to 30 coming in every week. So we'll get there eventually. Maybe we'll do like a marathon, actually. That's a great idea. For the first week back in the new year, 2021, next week, I'll do a marathon. And we're going to just correct as many of these as we can. So we can start fresh for the rest of the year. It's like my New Year's resolution. And I'm going to fix all the glitches that we have here. Thank you guys. Yeah, no. This is definitely continuing into 2021. I just want to do a big marathon and kind of start fresh for the new year. Thanks, everybody. Happy holidays. See you tomorrow night.